Hello, this is the Tradesight U.S. Stocks and Futures Market Preview for Wednesday, the 29th of April, 2015. Hope you're having a great trading week. We had a super nice session on Tuesday. A lot of big winners for us, or about 9 out of 10 calls worked in general. So it was a nice session with the dip early on. Second half of the session was boring, which is not a surprise given the fact that we've entered a two-day Fed meeting, which the Fed announcement will now come out Wednesday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. And in addition, the big news of the day is that before the bell on Wednesday, we will have the first look, the advanced look at Q1 gross domestic product. That is a big economic number every quarter, only happens once a quarter. They do revise the number twice, once next month and once the month after, but it's the first release that's usually the big one. And so the market's got that in the morning and possibly some reaction to that, obviously, depending on whether it comes in a surprise or not. And then beyond that, we'll see if the market basically just settles down and waits for the Fed at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, which gives us 2 hours left. As usual, we will look through for a three-wave phenomenon after the Fed announcement. We'll be walking you through that in the trading lab, as we always do. So here's a look at the ES front-month futures contract. Closed slightly up for the day after a big dip lower after failing at the highs the prior session. Here's the S&P cash index, gained 6 points total. NDX NASDAQ 100 lost 10. We did not get the gap down that I was talking about on the NDX that would have created that island. So this is just a rollover at this point off of those 2 days that were up. Here's the stocks lost. Basically closed flat, unchanged, up 0.13 points. The biotech index continues to tank. We made some money on GILD and some others today. 42 point loss there on the biotechs. Google loses a point and 75 cents. Coming back in from its gap up the other day. Apple, big outside day down on heavy volume. That is an ugly chart right there. Gapped up in the morning and just sold off the whole day. Keep in mind we would have a 13 seeker sell signal at this point, except for the fact that we have to be above the 8. But essentially this is giving us a wave of sell signals on the Apple, and that is not a pretty looking pattern in general. VIX actually retreated down 0.71 by the time we closed, since the market was up, almost the lowest close of the year. Crude oil just down barely at 56.95 for the close. Gold was up 9.3. Here's your trend with the 10-day moving average at 1.08. That's not a reading that matters. Volume was decent at 1.9 billion shares. That's the best true volume we've seen in a while. Remember that the prior day showed about 2 billion, but AMAT was a super heavy factor in that. So volume is increasing. We'll see with the GDP and whatnot can get us some more volume in the morning. Also looking forward to Thursday after we've got the Fed meeting out of the way, and we do have some more economic data on Thursday, including the weekly jobless numbers, personal income and spending, PCE prices, that's an inflationary number, employment cost index, Chicago PMI, and natty gas, and then we head into Friday. So I think there's still plenty to look forward to this week. Let's take a look at the ES and what it did in a 5-minute time frame on Tuesday. So we basically opened flat, goofed around for 15-20 minutes or so, and then started heading lower. Broke down pretty solidly, then rebounded off of that, came right back up to the opening levels like nothing had ever happened. And most of the rest of the day was pretty flat, as I said. Here's a look at the NASDAQ futures. Not much different. Closed down a little bit for the session. So again, that dip in the morning where we made a lot of money, and then the rebound all the way back into positive territory, which was a little surprising, and then here drifted lower. All right, so that's it. That's what we're going to be looking for tomorrow. It's kind of a news-driven day as opposed to the other days this week. We will be in the trading lab helping you out, trying to help you make some money. Charts, as usual, brought to you by eSignal. Have a great day.